All right, welcome to lesson 32, measuring lengths with a ruler. Now, I'm sure most of you by now know how to use a ruler, but just let's take a look at a few points that some students often forget. For one, in the United States of America, we use the U.S. customary measurements. That's, 12 inches is in a foot, 3 feet equals a yard, 5,280 feet is a mile, that kind of measurements. Nowhere else in the world do they use U.S. customary measurements. They use what they call the metric system. And you're somewhat familiar with the metric system because you've probably measured things in centimeters. So I have a ruler here, and along the top there is the 0 to 12 inches, and on the other side it says centimeters, cm, and then it has 1 through 30. Now the 1 through 30 doesn't exactly match the inch marks on the other side. So it's close though. So 12 inches is about 30 centimeters. Now centimeters, since you're familiar with that, we're going to use that as our base point for the metric system as far as what we're looking at today in the metric system. But 1 centimeter has 10 millimeters inside of it. So if you look, I don't know if you can see this really closely, but in between, the cm where 0 would start and the 1, there are 10 spaces. There are 10 unit segments, and that would be your 10 millimeters. So it takes 10 millimeters to make a centimeter. So if you had 5 centimeters, you have 50 millimeters. If you have 9 centimeters, you have 90 millimeters. You just count by tens. It's pretty nice. And for if you had 100 centimeters, this is 30. If you had another 30 and another 30 and 10 more centimeters, you would have a meter. So it's 100 centimeters that make a meter. So the base, the metric system is really nice. It works off a base 10 system, so it's easy to remember. You don't have really odd numbers. 10 millimeters makes a centimeter, and 100 centimeters makes a meter. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at your homework to measure a few of these things. On number 1, it says, use a centimeter ruler to measure each segment in centimeters and in millimeters. So you place your 0 starting point at the first dot. I just lost it. I'm holding 30 papers. And you can see there that, number 1, that it starts at 1 and it goes all the way to the 3. So if that's 3 centimeters, how many millimeters would that be? Well, each one's worth 10, so you would have 30 millimeters. So you need to place on there both the 3 centimeters and the 30 millimeters. And don't forget to write the symbols for each one. Write the units. So for the first one, 3 cm, and the next one would be 30 mm, lowercase. Okay, no, you don't have to put any periods or anything on those. Let's do one more. Number 5, how many millimeters is 9 centimeters? I think we said that one. Okay, 9 centimeters. Okay, you go all the way to the 9. Every single one is worth 10. So count by tens all the way to 9. You would have 90 millimeters. Don't forget to write 90 mm because I can't tell if you were answering it in feet or inches or miles. So make sure you write your units. If you have any questions on the U.S. customary system or the metric system, then come and see me. I'd be glad to help. Thanks. Bye.